So, was the ban real? Well, this week was pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting, right? Think about this. TikTok got banned on January 19th. That was Sunday. Large uproar. It was great. It's pretty good. Really good stuff. By the 20th, the ban was over. I said, damn, that was quick. Here's the best part. On the 21st, the man who greatly benefited from TikTok announced a new partnership at the White House. So the guy who was benefiting from TikTok all along, right, gets to come to the White House knowing that TikTok was never going to get banned because that would hurt his business, knowing that he has a deal for almost 500 billion that he's going to announce on Tuesday. I mean, he must be sitting like on vacation just chilling, knowing that this is playing out the way he thought it would, right? Here's a real question, though. If TikTok has to sell a 50% stake to an American entity, where do you think the first place they're going to look? Yeah, I thought the same. And I'm thinking the same, right? We don't have to look any further than the company that it already works with. So how does that make sense? Well, again, we watched somebody's net worth go up to over $100 billion in the past 5 years. Capital is not going to be the issue. Productivity won't be the issue. Scalability won't be the issue. Working relationship won't be the issue because it's already been proven. So I'm like, damn, man, did that fly right under our noses? But I got to thinking deeper. This is that rabbit hole stuff I'm talking about. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. I said, if Oracle is working with TikTok for cloud services, automatically I start thinking about who's the competitor because I want to know who they're working with. If Oracle is working with them, and yes, this is now a company that we got to put on our watch list for sure, because that announcement can happen within the next 75 days and we want to be ready. Okay. Who's the competitor? Meta. So I'm like, damn, I got to figure out who Meta's working with. So this is when you can use ChatGPT. Shout out to Claude. This is how we can use AI to help us. AI, hit them with it. Yo, this is my question. If Oracle provides cloud data services for TikTok, who's providing it for its competitors? Mainly Meta. This is literally cloud's response. I promise you. Literally, Cloud gave this back to me. And you can see, right? It says Meta, formerly Facebook. Meta, formerly Facebook, primarily uses its own data center infrastructure rather than relying on external cloud providers. So they're not using AWS. They're not using Google, and they're not using Microsoft. They're relying on their own. Got their own cloud. No problem. Here's the breakdown. So they have self-built infrastructure. Meta operates its own massive data center network globally. Again, data center. We're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep saying it because it is the theme of the future, right? And then they design and build custom hardware through their own compute project. You can see Mark's not playing around. He's keeping everything in-house, right? They maintain multiple geographic regions for data redundancy and performance, and they invest heavily in their own infrastructure rather than depending on third-party clouds. So they're saying, look, that's not going to be a CapEx for us. That's not going to be a CapEx for us. We are going to create our own. But there are some things that they have to go somewhere else for. So let's look at those things. Here are their key infrastructure partners. So while maintaining control of their own infrastructure, they have some key partners. So the first one is Arista Networks. This is the ticker, ANT. And they provide networking equipment and solutions. So as I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, got that one. Intel and AMD, we're very familiar with those. We've covered those. We're invested in AMD. We know that. They supply the processors for their servers. NVIDIA, I mean, who doesn't know that one, right? It provides the GPUs for AI and ML workloads and various storage hardware. Then I was like, damn, this Arista Networks thing. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody talking about that. Let me figure out what this is, right? Where has this come up before? So now I gotta go down the rabbit hole. Now I gotta figure out what Arista Networks does. So of course I gotta go do the research on it. All right, so here's the Arista case. We gave you the Oracle case. Here comes the Arista case. Ticker ANET. Y'all probably looking at the chart right now. If you're not, go look at it real quick. Yeah, exactly. Austin, you how you gonna give it away, Austin? They're not even gonna look now. All right. So the company revolutionized, you guessed it, data center networking by introducing cloud networking principles and software-defined networking, SDN, capabilities through their extensive operating systems, right? So pretty much we talked about data centers from a GPU standpoint when we were talking about Broadcom, when we were talking about NVIDIA, we're talking about AMD, and we TSM, ASML, right? Perfect. We got that covered. We talked about it from energy standpoint when we talked about Vistra and we talked about Vertev, we talked about Dell. All right, we got the energy. We talked about Constellation Energy, Microsoft doing. All right, bet. We just spoke about the infrastructure, who's actually going to build it, and the industrials that's going to help. Now we got to talk about connectivity. So inside all of this, we need to have connectivity that is going to make all these things work, right? All these things have to work together. So that's what they do. They revolutionize data center networking. All right, let's keep going. So here's their market position and their competition. This is what they do. All right. So they emerged as a major challenger to Cisco's dominance in the data center switching market. Right. So that's that connectivity. Right. I highlighted this for y'all so y'all didn't miss it. I highlighted so y'all don't miss it. They are a key supplier to major cloud service providers, including Microsoft, Meta, Google. Microsoft, Meta, Google. That's 3 of the Max 7. Right. So they're a key supplier to their connectivity. They have consistently gained market share in the high-speed data center switching segment, and then their cloud infrastructure. It's documented. Y'all going. This is y'all's. I'm sending this to y'all as soon as I'm done with this. I want y'all to look at it. All right, let's keep rolling because we got a nice surprise. Check this out, though. Here's what those partnerships look like. Right, here's the partnerships. Here's how they look. Right, so the Microsoft partnership, they provide high-speed networking infrastructure for Microsoft Azure cloud data centers. All right, so we got the Microsoft data centers, we got their cloud, already partnered. They have developed specialized networking solutions optimized for Azure's unique requirements, and they work closely with Microsoft on integrating network automation and orchestration capabilities. So they are an integral part of the data center process when it comes to Microsoft, and we know Microsoft is going to build more. We already talked about their relationship with Constellation Energy on how they're going to, I think, $20 billion investment to build more data centers and have them run more efficiently. They're going to be inside that. All right, that's a bonus. The Meta relationship. Okay, well, we know Meta and we know Facebook and we know how many users are on that and we know Instagram. But Meta, we talked about world domination and we talk about that expansion, the W of the world. We talked about how they're going to try to expand into the continent. We talked about how they're going to try to expand into India. But they're not just going to expand with, they're going to expand with infrastructure, right? And so data centers are going to be part of their geographic play. So they're going to supply networking equipment for Meta's data centers worldwide, not domestic, globally, right? Global expansion, right? They're going to help Meta power huge distributed computing infrastructure, and they collaborate on developing network solutions for Meta's specific needs around social media content delivery. Okay, that's pretty big. Okay, let's keep going. That's Microsoft. That's Meta.